8th grade, this is Ms. Harkness, and this video is to help you review for our Topic C test, which is on lessons 14 through 21. So this first example actually comes from lesson 15. In lesson 15, you were asked to identify the slope of a non-vertical line, and here's a quick review on how to do that. So the first thing that we want to do is just select a ordered pair on the line. So I'm going to select this one right here because I'm just familiar with my y-intercept. And then I need to calculate the slope between 2 points. The only other point I actually see is up here on the right or down here on the left. So I can choose either one. My slope is my rise over my run. So in this case, my rise is 1, 2, 3. Over my run is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's all you need to do. So for lesson 15, we were only looking at rise over run. Let's look at lesson 16. In lesson 2, we moved beyond just counting out the slope and we chose 2 points on the line. So I'm going to go with this one and this one. And we used our slope formula, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So the easiest thing to do is let's write what our ordered pairs are. So that first ordered pair is at 0, 2, and the second ordered pair is at 2, 1. We want to identify a x1, y1, and an x2, y2 value, because then all I need to do is substitute into my formula. The formula already has the negative sign in it, so let's put it there. All right, y2 is 1 minus y1 is 2, and then x2 is 2 minus 0. So let's do the math. 1 minus 2 is negative 1. That's my rise. And then my run, 2 minus 0 is 2. This has a slope of negative 1/2. And I can see that. I can count down, forward 2. But on your test, you are required to use the formula, and this is how you would do so. In lesson 17, we started looking at these concepts algebraically. So here we have an equation in standard form. Now, we could make our xy values and graph them, or we could move this into slope-intercept form, which is what we're going to do. To take this equation from standard form into slope-intercept form, the first thing we want to do is move the x value over to the right-hand side. So that gives me minus 7y equals minus 35x plus 49. The x value has moved from the left where it currently was over to the right. So these cancel out. Now my final step is to divide by this coefficient. So I'm going to divide every part of the equation by negative 7. In doing that, I'm maintaining equality. I have to do the same thing to everything when I multiply or divide. So my final equation, y equals 5x minus 7. This equation here in red is way easier to graph, and I'm ready to go. In lessons 18 and 19, we started taking this information and graphing. So I'm using the equation there from lesson 17, y equals 5x minus 7. I'm going to come down to my minus 7, 1, 2, 3, 5, and plot my y-intercept. All right, so it's down at negative 7. That is this value right here. And then for my m value, or my slope, that is 5. So I'm going to go up 5 over 1. My final step is going to be to connect to them. Let's try that again. And there we have our line, y equals 5x minus 7. So that first step. Step 1, plot the intercept. That's the y-intercept. And then 2, we count the slope. All right, for the end of topic C, we were writing the equation from ordered pairs. Now, I gave you a graph here so you can start to visualize it, but on the test, you would not have the graph, so we kind of want to ignore that for a moment. We've got y2 minus y1, which gives me 6, and x2 minus x1, which gives me 3. So this has a slope of 3. So I can put my 3 in my 3 spot, but I don't know yet what my y-intercept is. It's not shown to me explicitly on the graph. You can kind of infer it's going to be down in the negatives because you can kind of visually see where the line would be. But again, we wouldn't have this line. Instead, we would only have our ordered pairs from up here. So what we're going to do is instead of writing y, we're going to put in our 3 from our first ordered pair. And instead of writing x, we're going to put in our 2. So what does that give me? 3 equals 6 plus b. Because 3 times 2 is 6. So 6 plus what would be 3? Well, we take away 6 from each side. B equals -3. So I know I'm tight on space over there, so let's zoom out. So we know that my slope was 3. We got that from my slope formula. And we know my y-intercept is -3. So my equation is y equals 3x minus 3. So if you don't know the y-intercept, you can use one of the ordered pairs to find it. Better yet, if one of your ordered pairs has that 0 in the x spot and then a y value, that's your y-intercept right there. You don't even need to use this process. All right, that's all. Good luck on your test.